So to begin, I think it's important to just go ahead and start with some reflection question responses. So I chose three of the questions that I thought were important to discuss, but also related most to the different areas that I grew as a writer through these different writing assignments over the semester. So my first question I chose is, how did your understanding of the topic evolve, and how did focusing on the one topic throughout the class impact your confidence and authority while producing your text? Through these different writing processes and writing assignments, I learned all different kinds of information about technology usage. I did not just learn about the negative effects, but I also learned that there are some benefits to technology usage, and that's important for people to understand, as there are always two sides to a topic or situation. And while I was focusing on the negative effects of technology usage, I also discovered information about the positives. So this helped to increase my confidence of this topic of technology usage as I became more aware of the many different effects technology can have on people, and especially children, in their development. So going into the future, if this topic comes up with another adult, another possibly one of my students, as I want to be a teacher, I feel more confident discussing this issue. The second question I chose is a question I think that is important for everyone to think about, and that's, what do you consider to be your strengths as a writer, and what do you consider to be your weaknesses as a writer? One of my strengths that I noticed as a writer was my organization. I thought that I had good transitions throughout my paragraphs and my different pages for my website, and I thought that I just did really good with the formatting of that. I also thought that one of my strengths was the use of rhetorical appeals, as I used pathos, logos, and ethos in all of my assignments. And my pathos connection would be making my audience feel sympathetic to the different information I was providing for them, as I want them to realize the importance of the information I'm providing, of these harmful effects that technology can have on children. Logos that I use can be related back to the organization, as I specifically organized my different assignments in the orders they were, because I thought that the organization would help the audience understand my topic better in the way that I organized it. And for ethos, I just thought that it was important to establish that credibility for the information that I was discussing. Lastly, I thought one of my strengths was including conclusion statements at the ends of all my paragraphs. I thought I did really good at adding that last sentence for each paragraph that really just summed up what that paragraph discussed. However, one of my weaknesses that I noticed in all the assignments, but especially my literature review, was that I can be wordy sometimes and have an overuse of quotes. So, through these different assignments, one of my big revisions that I did was going back and taking down that wordiness a little bit, or specifically for my literature review, I took out some of the quotes and paraphrased them in my own words. So this really helped to strengthen my different writing assignments. My last question is, how has your work in this class impacted your view of your chosen academic or professional field? As mentioned on my welcome page, I am majoring in elementary education and will be an elementary education teacher in the future. So focusing on this one single topic of negative effects of technology usage on children's development has really made me think about how much technology I will implement in my future classroom, as I don't want to overuse it because of these negative effects that I've discovered and became more aware of. And as the world is depending more and more on technology now, I don't want to look to technology as the answer to everything. I want to use it when it needs to be used, but not look for a way to use technology in everything. So I thought that those 3 questions were important to discuss, and hope you enjoyed my responses.